Syed Ullah Shah Bukhari, was a Muslim Hanafi Deobandi scholar, religious and senior political leader from the Indian subcontinent. He was one of the Majlis-e-Ahrar-e-Islam's founding members. His biographer, Agha Shorish Kashmiri, states that Bukhari's greatest contribution had been his germination of strong anti-British feelings among the Indian Muslims. Birth and education: born in Patna, British India, in 1892, he received his early religious education in Gujarat and learned the Quran by heart from his father Hafiz Syed Ziauddin at the age of 10 years. He migrated to Amritsar in 1914 when he was 22 years old. He completed his early education here by subscribing to a purist view of Islam, and remained associated with the Deoband School in Saharanpur district. He believed in traditional Islamic, madrasa-based learning, and considered teaching of English as irreligious. A commonly held view amongst his contemporary Muslims. Bukhari began his career as a religious preacher in a small mosque in Amritsar, and taught the Quran for the next 40 years. He became one of the best reciters of the Quran of his time. He shared friendship with a section of socialists and communists but did not accept their ideology completely. As to him, the ultimate and only guide was the Quran and not materialism. He was a Euro imbued with a brilliant exposition of romantic socialism, and led Muslims to a restlessness activism. He studied the Bukhari in jail when he was imprisoned for an anti-government religious speech. Religious and political career: he started his religious and political career in 1916. His speeches were entertaining, eloquent, lucid and full of witty anecdotes and stories from Arabic, Persian, Urdu, Punjabi, and Multani. He graphically portrayed the sorrows and sufferings of the poor, and would promise his audience that the end of their sufferings would come about with the end of British rule. He was an exceptional leader who travelled across the length and breadth of the country yet never made any statements to the press. He had been greatly influenced by the Jallianwala Bagh tragedy of 1919, which had intensified rebellious feelings within him, like many other of his generation. He delivered a stirring speech at the Khilafat conference held at Amritsar in December 1919. As the first step of his political career, he began to participate in the movements of the Indian National Congress in 1921 from Kolkata, and here again he delivered a very impressive and impassioned speech. Soon his popularity soared high, and turned him into a known leader, though he was arrested on March 27, 1921 because of that speech. Bukhari believed in attaining independence through non-violent and constitutional means, and as an active Indian National Congress member, toured the country, often purporting to be an emissary of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. He combined his politics with missionary zeal, and followed the injunctions of Quran as a devotee throughout his life. He became an eyesore to the administration, and an official view about him said, Ullah Shah is a man, who it is better to lock up in jail, away from Congress leaders than to parley with. He has spent a considerable part of his life preaching sedition. He is an amusing epicker, who can influence a crowd. His influence on a future generation of speakers and writers was immense, as was borne out by Agha Shorish Kashmiri, his colleague and biographer, who himself turned out to be an activist of versatile dimensions and emulated Bukhari's style of oratory and writings. After Nehru Report, Bukhari created All India Majlis-e-Ahrar-e-Islam with Maulana Mazhar Ali Azhar, Chaudhry Afzal Haq, Maulana Habibur Rehman Ludhanvi, Sheikh Isamuddin, Master Taj Uddin Ansari and Maulana Zafar Ali Khan. In December 29, 1929, later on the prominent Brelvi orator Syed Faisal Hassan Shah also joined them to fight together against Qadianis. Due to his significant role in this movement, the important religious figures choose him as the Emir-e-Shariat in 1930. He was also the founding father of Majlis-e-Ahrar, Indian nationalist Muslim political movement in India. He led a movement against Ahmadis and held a Tabligh conference at Qadian in 21 October 23, 1934. Bukhari was a central figure in the Khatnabut movement of 1953, which demanded that government of Pakistan declare the Ahmadis as non-Muslims. He was accused and for inciting the violence against Ahmadis. He led the anti-Pakistan movement while hand in hand with Indian National Congress. Oratory and poetry: He became known for his oratory. He was also a poet and most of his poetry was in Persian. His poetic verses was compiled by his eldest son Syed Ullah Shah Bukhari in 1956 under the name of Sawati ul-Ilm. Death: Bukhari died on August 21, 1961. A crowd of above 2 million attended his namaz-e-janazah in Multan. Notes. References.